So in this session I am going to discuss about mesh and nodal analysis. So you already came across with the mesh and nodal analysis. So mesh analysis we are going to apply in KVL, that is we are going to apply KVL principle in the mesh analysis. We are going to apply KCL principle in the nodal analysis. So KVL, that is Kirchhoff voltage law, which states that which total voltages in a particular loop, the individual voltages in a loop equals to 0. So here we are going to write the individual voltages equation in terms of I into R, or else directly we are going to write V. Okay, so individual voltages in a particular loop equals to 0, that is KVL. And KCL, we are going to write the KCL, that is current law equations. So current equations in terms of either it may be V by R, or else we are going to directly write it as I. So KCL, that can be stated as entering currents into leaving currents at particular node. So at a particular node, entering currents equals to leaving currents. So here let us take I is a entering current here for this particular node. I1 and I2 are the leaving currents. So how we can write the KCL here? I is equals to I1 plus I2. That is, the algebraic sum of the currents at a particular node equals to 0. That is one statement. Or entering currents equals to the leaving currents. So we can write this in terms of V by R also. We don't know the current value I here. So like that you have to write V by R1 like this. So here resistance, if we have a resistance R1, if we have a resistance R2 here, and if you have a resistance R3. Then how to write here this voltage at this particular node, let us take V. So V by R1 is equals to V by R2 plus V by R3. So likewise you are going to apply KCL and KVL. So KVL, that can be applicable in a loop, and KCL, that can be applicable at a particular node. So by using these principles, now we are going to solve some problems. So first I am going to take one network which is having, here I am drawing that network, which is having a source of 50 volts, and having a resistance, and here two resistors are connected here, and meanwhile here also connected another resistor, and here I am going to connect a source, and here a resistor, and again here I am going to connect a source. So here just I will draw the values also. Here 10 volts, and this is 5 volts, and the resistance is here 1 ohm, and 10 ohms, 5 ohms, and then 3 ohms. So here this is a source of a total circuit, that is 50 volts. So determine the mesh current I1 in the circuit. So we need to calculate the mesh current I1. So here currents are mentioned here. This is I1 and this is I2 in this direction, and here I3 is in this direction. Okay, so we need to calculate the mesh current I1. So mesh current is nothing but we are going to apply the KVL, but we don't know the another currents also, I2 and I3. So by seeing this network, how many loops are there? Here we are having 3 loops. Loop is nothing but a closed path. Okay, so here that will started here and having a resistance, and either having another resistance and resistance. So this is entirely closed at this path. So this is having one closed path, which is a current I am taking, that is a I1, and this is another closed path, and this is called as a loop 2. That current is passes through that opposite way, that is I2, and this is a loop 3 that is having a current of I3, let us take. So in this one you need to calculate the current I1 here. So write the loop equations. So whenever you write the loop equations, first you observe the current direction. If the current direction is entering at the negative terminal of the voltage source, then that source you should take it as a positive. If the current is entering at the positive terminal of the voltage source, then that source you need to consider as the negative. Okay, so first here I am going to write this equation, this is first I1. So current is entering at the negative terminal. So negative terminal, so we should take it as a positive. So what is the equation here? That is 50 volts, 50. All passive elements we need to take it as a negative. So minus 10 into. So here only that resistance is having only the current I1. So 10 into I1 minus here 5. Another is a loop current, loop voltage we can take. That 5 minus 5 into. Here in the 5 ohms resistor, two currents are passing. One I1 is like this, like direction is downward, and I2 is also, this is reverse like this is entering like this. So both are entering into that particular resistance, both directions are same, so that we need to take it as I1 plus I2. Okay, so minus here 3 is in that loop only. So 3 is having two currents, I1 is entering, I3 is leaving there. So those two currents are opposite. So I1 minus I3 equals to 0. So say this is equation 1, and equation 2 you write. Here equation 2, let us take current I2 here. Current I2 in the second loop. So now you write, so current first I'll take from source. So current is entering at the negative terminal. So that value will be positive 10 minus 2 into, only one current is there, that is 2 into I2 minus 5 into, here also I2 is entering as well as I1 is also entering. So that is I2 plus I1 minus 1 ohms. In 1 ohms resistor, I2 is in this direction, I3 is also same direction. So that is I2 plus I3 is equals to 0. Okay, so what is the third equation here? This is a third loop equation. So this is loop 1, this is loop 2, and this is, now I'll take loop 3 equations. So loop 3, source is, current is entering at the positive terminal of the source. So that value we are going to take it as negative, minus 5 minus 3 into here I3 is upward direction, I1 is downward direction. Those two are opposite. We are considering loop 3. So first you write I3 minus I1 minus 1 into, both are in same direction, that is I2 plus I3. I2 plus I3 is equals to 0. So like this we need to write the loop equations. So you can solve this by using calci. Directly you can solve these three equations. So we have three unknown terminals, that unknown values, that is I1, I2, I3, and here three equations are there. So directly equation mode you can solve the total I1 and I2 and I3. So I1 you will get, that is 3.3 amperes. I2 you are going to get minus 0.997. I3 you are going to get 1.47 amperes. Okay, so like this you need to follow the loop equations. So whenever you are going to write the loop equations, just you remember this thing, all passive elements we are going to write it as negative. Only we should consider the sign for the sources. If that source current is entering at the negative terminal of the source, that you should take it as a positive. If the current is entering at the positive terminal of the source, that you can observe in the loop 3 equation. So here in the loop 1 and loop 2, both currents are entering at the negative terminals of the sources. So we take in 50 as positive as well as 10 as positive. These two are positive. Why? Because here these two current is entering at the negative terminal. But in the loop 3, that current is entering at the positive terminal of the source. So this source value should take it as a negative. All remaining passive elements we are going to take it as negative. Okay, so likewise we are going to write the loop equations and we are going to solve the equations and we are going to get some. So how to calculate the total resistance? So just you take this circuit which is having a resistance, and here I am going to take the terminals. This we need to calculate the equivalent resistance at these terminals. So here you have a resistor, and here you have another resistor and resistor. So this is a network with having a value of 10 kilo ohms. This is 4 kilo ohms. This is 3 kilo ohms, 5 kilo ohms, and 4.7 kilo ohms. So find out the total resistance at A and B terminals, and then the voltage source which is connected, that is 6 volts. So calculate the current through the 4.7 kilo ohms and voltage across 3 kilo ohms. So we need to calculate 3. First one is the total resistance, second one is the current across the 4.7 kilo ohm resistor, next one voltage across the 3 kilo ohm resistor. Okay, so first we need to calculate the total resistance. So how to calculate the total resistance here? Total resistance across the A and B terminals. So first you observe here, that is by observing this network, this 10 kilo ohms, first leave it. You observe this network. Here, you observe these 4 resistors. Okay, so these two are connected. Here 5 kilo ohms, one end of the 5 kilo ohm and 4.7 another end. These two are connected together, and here 5 kilo ohm end and 4.7 another end. These two are connected. So how these two are connected? These two are in parallel. Okay, so these two are parallel. So we can reduce this network. So that is 5 kilo ohm is parallel to 4.7 kilo ohm. So what is the parallel network formula? That is R1
R1
into
R2
R2 by R1 plus R2. So you solve that one, that is 5 into 4.7 by 5 plus 4.7. So what is that value here? Okay, so whatever you got, this is 5 is parallel with the 4.7. After that reduction, I will draw that one circuit. So that reduced network I can draw like this. Here having a 10 ohms resistor, and here are the terminals, and here you have a resistor, and here we have another resistor, and here this will be solved to the single network. So I can connect like this. Yes, so this is 5 is parallel with the 4.7. So here the value is 4 kilo ohm, and here this is 3 kilo ohms, and this is 10 kilo ohm. Okay, so here directly these two are in series and this is parallel. Okay, so here I'll draw that one. This entire network we can solve by 4. These two are in series, that is 4 plus 5 is parallel to 4.7. This entire will be reduced to single resistance, and that equivalent resistance will be parallel with the 3 kilo ohm. So that is parallel with 3 kilo ohm. Okay, so that I can draw this one. This is 10 kilo ohms, 10 kilo ohms, and here we are going to take A and B terminals, and here total will be reduced with the single value, that is 4 plus 5 is parallel to 4.7, and then that is parallel to 3 kilo ohm. So now you observe here how these two are connected. So I can draw like this. These two terminals I'll write drawn outside. I'll draw outside here A and B. So here I'll take the 10 kilo ohm resistor, and here I am going to take this equivalent resistance, that is 4 plus 5 parallel to 4.7, and that is parallel to 3 kilo ohm. Shall I draw like this? Yes. Why? Because here these two, this 10 kilo ohm end and this resistor end are connected here, and 10 kilo ohm another end and this resistor another end are connected together, and these two are connected in parallel. So I can take the terminals out, A and B terminals I can take it out. So these two are again parallel. So that equivalent resistance will be that R equivalent, I can write like this. R equivalent is equals to, actually 4.4 plus 5 is parallel to 4.7, and this entire thing is parallel with a 3 kilo ohms, and then this total value is parallel with a 10 kilo ohms resistor. Okay, so you can solve this one. So when you solve that one, you can get 1.7 kilo ohms resistance. So this is a first problem, which is a R equivalent. And what is the second thing? Second thing, you need to calculate the current through the 4.7. So current through the 4.7. Where is the 4.7 resistor? So that 4.7 resistor is here. That is the last one, 4.7 kilo ohms resistor. We need to calculate the current across this one. So if you want to solve the current across the 4.7 kilo ohms, first you need to calculate the total current. So what is the total current in this network? So total current, how we are going to calculate the total current? Total current, that is I is equals to V by R. So I is equals to V by R. What is V? That already given in the problem, that 6 volt source is connected. So 6 by resistance. This resistance is nothing but R equivalent. You already get the R equivalent, that is 1.7 kilo ohm. So that you substitute, then you will get 3.53 milliamps current. This is a total current. Okay, total current you got. So now you calculate the current in the 10 kilo ohms resistor. Current in the 10 kilo ohm resistor, that is 6 volts by 10 kilo ohms. If you want to calculate the current in the 3 kilo ohms resistor, that is 6 volts by 3 kilo ohms resistor. Okay, so first I'll calculate current in 10 kilo ohms. So here you observe the network. I'll draw here again. In order to calculate the current across the 4.7 kilo ohm, first I'll draw the circuit. So here I am going to draw the 10 kilo ohm and then 3 kilo ohm and then 4 kilo ohm, and here this is parallel resistor, that is 5 is parallel to 4.7. So here 4 kilo ohms and here 3K, and this is 10K, and this is A and B terminal. So what is the total current you got? That is 3.53 milliamps. So what is the current across the 10 kilo ohm resistor? 10 kilo ohm resistor, that is total current by, that is current across the 10 kilo ohm resistor. That is voltage, whatever the total voltage by what is the resistance, that is 10 kilo ohms. So that you got 0.6 milliamps. In the same way you calculate the current across the 3 kilo ohm resistor. So current across the 3 kilo ohm, that is I3 is equals to 6 by 3 kilo ohm, that is 2 milliamps. Okay, so here remaining current, here you observe this total 3.53 current is divided into 0.6 milliamps into the 10 kilo ohm, 2 milliamps in the 3 kilo ohms. So remaining current that should follow here. Okay, and total current at this terminal is equals to this current, I don't know, let us take that is I. Then total current, that is 3.53, should be equals to division, that is 0.6 plus 2 plus I. So what is I here? That current I is, you solve that one, that is 0.93 milliamps you will get. This current will passes through this 4 kilo ohms resistor. So 4 kilo ohm resistor, then that will follow into the 5 into 4.7. This network can I draw like this? This 5 into 4.7, I am drawing like this. 5 parallel with 4.7. So 5 here and this is 4.7. So what is the current up to here? That is 0.9 milliamps. So 0.9 milliamps, again that is divided into 5 ohms and 4.7 kilo ohms. So how to calculate the current across this one? Current across 4.7 milliamps. Then you can apply current division principle here. That is total current into opposite resistance by total resistance. So I need to calculate current across 4.7 kilo ohms. So what is the total current across here? That is 0.9 milliamps is the total current. We need to calculate current across 4.7. So we should write the opposite resistance, that is 5 by total resistance, that is 5 plus 4.7. Okay, so that value, that is 0.47 milliamps. So like this you need to calculate. Once again here we need to calculate the current across the 4.7 milliamps, but we don't know the total current now. So first you calculate the total current. So how to get the total current? That is by the principle of Ohm's law, voltage by resistance. You already know the equivalent resistance. Total voltage also you already know, that is supply voltage 6 volts. So 6 by R equivalent, then you will get the 3.53 is the total current in that network. So the total current we are going to get at this point. So this point current is divided into the two parts, that is 10 kilo ohms current as well as 3 kilo ohms current. So first you need to calculate the 10 kilo ohms current and 2 milliamp, whatever the current passes through the 3 kilo ohms, that you need to calculate. So directly that you can solve by total voltage by resistance, that you get 0.6 milliamps current passes through the 10 kilo ohms, 2 milliamps current passes through the 3 kilo ohms. So here total 2.6 milliamps is divided. So remaining current should be follow here. That passes through should be, that is 4 kilo ohms. So that is 0.9 milliamp current is passes here. So up to here 0.9 milliamps current is passes. Again that is divided here. So we need to calculate 4.7. You can apply voltage division principle here. Okay. So what is the third question you need to solve? That is voltage across 3 kilo ohms. This is the third question. Voltage across 3 kilo ohms resistor. So where is 3 kilo ohms resistor? This is here. This is here, 3 kilo ohms. You already know what is the current passes through that one, that is 2 milliamps. Resistance is 3 kilo ohms. How we are going to calculate the voltage across that one? That is voltage is equals to I into R. So what is I? I in 3 kilo ohms. So what is I in 3 kilo ohms? Sorry.
2.
So what is current in 3 kilo ohms? That is 2 milliamps. 2 milliamps into resistance, that is 3. Okay, 2 milliamps into 3 kilo ohms. What is the voltage? 2 3 is a 6. So 6 volts you are going to get. So this 6 volts current is at the 3 kilo ohms resistance. Okay, so like this you need to solve that current division principle and voltage division principles, and how we are going to reduce the resistance, that need to calculate equivalent resistance. So we'll go with another example. Here we need to calculate the voltage across A and B terminal. Here also we need to calculate the voltage across A and B terminal, but network is different. Here this is a network having a resistance, and here having a voltage source, and here we are having another resistor. So here this point is connected with another voltage source, like this. This is positive and this is negative. This is connected to the 12 volt supply, and then again here this is connected to the 12 volts positive and negative, and here this is connected to the resistance, and here this is a 10 ohms and this is 4 ohms. 6 ohms, 4 ohms, and this is 6 volts. Okay, so this is terminal A and this is terminal B. So you need to calculate the voltage across the A and B terminal. So voltage across the A and B terminal we need to calculate here. First, in order to calculate the voltage here, you can tilt the network. When we tilt this one, here you observe this is connected crossly. If I tilt this network from here to here, here is a A terminal, I need to get B terminal here. Just that will tilt it. Then this source will come down. Okay, shall I draw the network? So here, whenever you tilt this network, you are going to get like this. So this is as it is. Why? Because A terminal we are not tilting, we are not shifting it anymore. Just this network is as it is, this square box which is having a voltage source and resistor, 2 resistors. This is as it is, 4 ohms and this is 6 ohms and this is 6 volts voltage. So here is a A terminal, but this B terminal I am going to shift here. Okay, so this B terminal is shifted here. Let us take. Then this B total, this single line you are going to get like this, and this resistor no more, there is no polarity for that one. So in this case you are getting 10 ohms resistor here, and this is 4 ohms resistor also you are going to get same way. And then this 12 volt source that we are going to get at the down. Okay, so this we are going to get at the down. This is 12 volts. And here, so this terminal is down, this terminal is up. So how we are going to write this middle source? Like this we are going to represent. This is connected here down, that is 12 volts. Like this, that will be shifted. 12 volts. This is positive and negative. Okay. So now we need to calculate the voltage across A and B terminal for this network. How we are going to calculate? Directly you can take the loop equations. So loop, whenever you want to take the loop equations, current direction should be entering at the negative terminal. This is loop equation I1, let us take. And this is current I2. So what you get? Current I1. Current I1 directly you can take that one. That is total voltage into total voltage by total resistance. So that is I1 is equals to 6 by, there is no simple network, no, just having a voltage source and 2 resistors. These 2 resistors are connected in series. So series nothing but 6 plus 4. Okay. So or if you are going to confuse like this, that is 6 by 10, you are going to get 0.6 amps. Then you can apply KVL also. So whenever you apply KVL, that is current is entering at the negative terminal, that is positive 6 minus passive element, that is 4 kilo ohms. 4 into I1 minus 6 into I1 is equals to 0. So like this also you can solve. So by solving this equation also, I1 is equals to 0.6 amps you are going to get. Okay. Next, just calculate I2 also here. So I2 also very simple network, which is two resistors are connected in series here and voltage source, that you can write it as I2 is equals to 12 volts, 12 by 4 plus 10, that is 14. So 12 by 14 you are going to get 0.86 amperes, or you can solve like this also, that is 12 minus 10 I2 minus 4 I2 equals to 0. Then I2 you are going to get, that is 0.86. So this is by KVL. You can write KVL also. Okay. So you are going to get I1 and I2 here. What you need to calculate? The voltage drop across here. You need to calculate the terminal A voltage and terminal B voltage. These two voltages, what is the potential difference between these two, you need to calculate. What is the voltage across that A terminal? that is nothing but potential at 4 ohms. This voltage is nothing but you are going to calculate voltage across the 4 ohms. What is this one? B. That is voltage across 4 ohms resistor. Okay, that is you are going to calculate the voltage across node A. So voltage drop across node A. That is, what is the current across that one? Current you got, that is 0.6 amperes into what is the resistance value? That is 4. So 0.6 into 4, that is 2.4 volts at node A. So at node A. So at node B, what is the voltage? That we are going to take it as VB. That is current. What is the current here? That is I2. What is the I2 current? 0.86 into what is the resistance value? That is 4. 4 equals to 3.44 volts. Okay, so node A, node B voltages we got, but we need to calculate what is the voltage total, voltage across the A and B terminal, voltage across the A and B terminal, that is this one, voltage across the A and B terminals. So this network I am going to draw like this. You see, so A terminal, so this is A terminal. Here you have a resistor that is 4 ohms, and here you have a voltage source that is positive and negative, that is 12 volts, and here you are going to have another resistor that is 4 ohms. This is B. Okay, this I need to calculate the voltage across A and B. So shall I draw like this network? I'll redraw this network in a horizontal manner. This is 4 ohms and this is 12 volts and this is another 4 volts. 4 ohms. This is a A terminal and this is B terminal. Let us take. This is 4 ohms and this is 12 volts and this is 4 ohms. Sorry, 4 ohms, not kilo ohms. So I need to calculate voltage drop across A and B. So now you can solve this one directly. Okay. So how we are going to solve? Total. What is the voltage drop across the 4 ohms resistor? The voltage drop across this one is, you already calculated, that is 2.4 volts. What is the voltage drop across this one? That is 3.44 volts. So you need to calculate the total voltage, that is VAB. So I connect like this. So I need to get that VAB. This we need to calculate. Then you can solve for KVL. So VAB, so this is, let us take positive and negative. Current direction, let us take like this. So what is the KVL equation? So current direction is entering at the negative terminal. So VAB, we can take it as a positive VAB. After that, this is a 4 ohms, that is a passive element. So passive element, we should take it as a negative. So minus 2.4 volts, and here current is entering at the positive terminal. So this value is also, we are going to take it as a negative, that is 12 volts, minus what is the voltage drop across the 4 ohms, that is minus 3.44 equals to 0. So now you can solve for VAB. VAB is equals to 13.04 volts you can get. So once again I'll repeat, you concentrate. So here we need to calculate the voltage drop across the A and B terminal for the particular network. But here the network is zigzag. So first we need to solve the network. Okay, in order to simplify this network, I am going to tilt the second part of this network. B is shifted to the top side. So whenever B is shifted to the top side, then the network will become like this. So here I calculated the loop currents in first loop as well as the second loop, that is total current in the loop 1, that is I1, and total current in the loop 2, that is I2. I calculated. After that, here we need to calculate the voltage drop across A and B. So first we have to know the voltage drop across A terminal by calculating the voltage drop across 4 kilo ohm. That is total current by resistance. That is total current into resistance. And here also total current into resistance. Okay. So like this you need to calculate. After that, You are going to simplify that network by drawing like this. Then that VAB value is equals to 13.04 you are going to get. Okay.